Good day, my shit stains. Remember, grab your glass of water. I just took a shower. The hair isn't great. It's gotta go farther. I'll tell you about it. But that's okay. The hair, nobody looks at my hair anyway. Like, totally the least redeeming quality about Daniel. If there's anything in the background, my mom is watching Netflix. That streaming service is dying. They don't know what they're doing. Hi. Hello. Today, we're going to be talking about... Wait. Man, I can never understand this shit. The towers. Because today is 9/11. I wanted to talk about how people are just turning things like 9/11 into a big old joke. Because everything's a joke nowadays. But specifically tragedies. Tragedies are always very much jokes. Because if you're friends with an immature person, or you're in any school that there isn't toddlers running around normally, people are going to make some jokes about 9/11. Now, I'm not going to give an example, because sure, it's whatever's fine, and I could realistically do whatever. I want to constrict myself, because naturally, if I am normal, at one point I strive to be normal. Sometimes, when I'm with my friends, I go buck wild. Pero, I try to be normal. And when I'm normal, I hate these brain farts so much. Guys, I'm not good at talking. I lied. I made this podcast to fuck with my time. I don't know what I'm saying half of the time. So, when I try to be normal, so I'm trying to convey my normalness, 1 billion, bro. 1 billion aura lost in 2 minutes. Whatever. The people that put me in the background get to laugh at this stupid shit. Let's start over from the beginning. People make fun of tragedies because people think tragedies are funny. Now, 9/11 isn't really that funny. A lot of people died, and some of the only things that survived was one tree, one little baby tree. I don't even know how that tree survived. He probably had like a shield bubble or something. Like, how the fuck did that man survive from 2 buildings falling, presumably onto it? But anyways, yeah, I really don't like the hair when it's wet. I hate it. Anyways, it's not a laughing matter. It really isn't. But people turn it into a laughing matter, because I could be boring and I could just say, it's a sad moment. Sometimes people don't know how to act. So they cope by lightening up the mood and making it funny. I could say that. And do I agree with that statement? Yes. But I could also say something more interesting and go, our society is fucked. I don't know. I think I've said that before on this little podcast. Pero, this society's fucked. And people don't know what to say anymore and don't know what to talk about anymore. So when they realize today is 9/11, they go, yo, dude, the tower's funny. And people laugh, I guess. Some people don't. I laugh. I think it's funny. If you structure it right, it's funny. It's real funny. But it really shouldn't be. And we're all fucked. And we're turning normal society into finding tragedies funny and making fun of people. And it would be better to have a friendship that is normal-ish. I don't even know what normal is anymore. I gotta stop saying normal. To have a friendship that is not as aggressive. Because honestly, when I'm with my friends, if you don't have friends like this doesn't apply to you. But when I'm with my friends, I'm I'm a nice person inherently, but everybody else is kind of mean to each other. It's a way of showing our love for each other, but still, everybody else is kind of mean to each other, so I kind of gotta butt in and be a little mean too. Because it's low-key funny when people crash out when you say one thing mean. It's crazy. And that's also what people could be looking for when they make a Twin Tower joke. For somebody to get mad at them for making a joke about a very huge tragedy that happened about a decade ago, and then they crash out. And crash outs are low-key funny. Real crash outs and fake crash outs are funny as hell. So maybe when people make 9/11 jokes, they not only try to cope with the fact that we lost a lot of people that day, but what was I saying? Try to cope. But okay, I got it. Never get me on a real podcast. Never get me on Talk to. I hate that shit. Why is she making that anyway? They either do it to cope or they do it to get an attention, because people like attention. People want everything to be about them. People like talking about themselves. So they do things to direct things to yourself. And I say it as a bad thing, but it really isn't. It just depends on how you do it, Like if you do it in a negative way, it's going to be negative. No shit, Daniel. The towers is a very, very weird case. They somehow recommendeered, that's not a word. They somehow captured 2 planes. No, like 4 planes, I think it was like 4 planes. And they tried to crash into multiple buildings with all 4 of those towers. Fuck, all 4 of those planes. All 4 of those towers flying through the air. All 4 of those planes. And I'm not very studied on it. I know that the first one and the second one obviously hit the towers. The third one either hit the Pentagon. I think they hit the Pentagon. People are about to flame me. Blame me if I'm wrong, but I think they hit the Pentagon. If they didn't hit the Pentagon, then oh well, I just missed like one piece of information. That just means I get a 60% on the test. And the 4th plane, I think the passenger, this might also be a fucking lie, but the passengers stopped the people flying because they got news on their phones, I guess, about the terrorist attacks. The brave passengers stopped the plane and sent it into some random plane air. They sent it into some random plane of grass and stuff and crashed there, and not wherever they were going. We don't know where they were going, I assume. This is a lot of assuming. I'm not very educated on it. But you can see it was a very organized thing to, I guess, cause fear for that Osama bin Laden guy. To make us be scared of him. That's what I was trying to say. And that's not very cool, That's a very mean thing to do, Mr. Osama bin Laden. It's not very nice of you. I will not stop touching my hair this episode. Fuck. Not very nice of you, Mr. And I don't know what happens, why people get mad like that, and it's not just mad, but you know what I mean, when people fucking plan a whole terrorist attack on that stuff. I don't get it. Maybe I know I haven't been through all of life. truthfully understand what life has to completely offer, but can there really be this much just power and hate? I'm guessing it's hate. Or it's power. It's probably power. Because why else would you do that? Because you want to control something. Something very, very big. That's why you do a big thing. That makes sense. I should honestly Google it because I want to know what led him to do that. That's crazy to me. I've never had that much hate for anything. That much want for anything either. Because clearly, he wanted to cause sorrow to the entirety of America. It's a shame, bro. Like now everybody knows about that terrorist attack. And we gotta remember all those people that died. And every time this day passes by, we get reminded of the same exact thing. That happened. It's kind of like, and a friend, I'll get to that, but a friend told me something. I'll get to that. I'll tell you when he told me that. But like, God, brain fart, bro. I was on a roll. I was on a roll for a long time. But that's the third brain fart of the episode. Yeah, okay. So we keep on having this memorial of the towers. And it's kind of like an ex that you miss dearly, cuz like you've been on a good streak. You've completely just you've had a good year, and then when you get to that day, that moment when you fell in love, that moment when the towers hit, when the towers got hit, you just remember it all over again. Because you're a weak man and you can't control yourself from thinking about what you think. And for the holiday, I say holiday, memorial, whatever. For the memorial, it's like, hey, let's remember this happened. And it doesn't make sense. We went through it. We know how it is. Can we forget now, please? I don't want to think about a tragedy every year. You know, it's not fair. It's not fair to anyone. But also, my friend told me that it's more of just a celebration. Not of the thousands of people that died. No. But a celebration of what we've learned since then, how far we've come from there. And I'm not just talking about how they added extra security to planes. I'm talking like what the country itself has done since then. We've moved forward a lot. And I'm not a world all-knowing junkie like most people are. I really am not as interested as in the history of, you know, terrorist attacks to America or the world as everybody else is. I'm currently terrified of world history. We're not even close to present day yet. We're in like 1200 BC. I think it was BC. If it's not BC, now everybody knows I'm cooked in that class, but I'm pretty sure I'm cooked. But I always figure a way out. So maybe by episode 52, I'll be in college. And I would have said, yes, I passed my AP World History. Lock in. That was a little tangent. I think that's it. Towers aren't really a laughing matter, but I still laugh anyway because our society is fucked. And though I used to think that this memorial every 9/11 was just like bringing back bad memories can also be just a sign of where we're going, how this country is doing. So that's about it. I hope everybody's had a good week. Like, I've had a good week this week. Like, it's not been the best week, I'm not gonna lie to you. This week has been okay. But, like, I've enjoyed my week. You know, I like seeing my friends around school because, guys, I go to school. Crazy. I've been squinting my eyes a lot this episode. I'm sorry if you couldn't stare into my beautiful gaze. You can tell it's nighttime because you can look at the glare from the glasses to the camera. You can see me. Hi. Hey. Cool wave. So yeah, that's it. I gotta say the thing. Remember, keep the world open. It's not it. That's not the line. Remember, leave the world open, guys. Bye.